Hey, what's up, guys? So, I guess today I'm going to be doing a video showcase for my Ackerman build because a lot of people have been asking me to post one. Let's go through the build. I have loadouts so I can see it a little bit more properly. I show you in depth each item as well, but for now, we got Ackerman, we got maximum firepower for the body slot, Black Flash, Immortal, Font of Inspiration, and Kango for the family slot, which is also an attack slot. I have double Thunderspear hoodie, double scars, double Thunderspear scars. We're going with the crit side. We got both Ackerman skills, and then Black Flare and Rage, and then we got Gambler and Apotheosis and After Image. These aren't the I think Gambler and After Image, it might be really good for Thunderspears, but this is mostly for Titan Shifter, but I think it also helps with Ackerman because you do have a rage bar, so I think it helps a little bit. 250,000 is our damage. We got 55 crit and 107 crit damage. These are pretty good numbers. You'll be critting pretty often compared to if you didn't have this high of a crit. Again, we have this crit because Ackerman gives us a crit boost, and our crit side, we're on the crit side as well. I really like this build because, again, it has, instead of 8 spheres, you get 12 because of maximum firepower, so you don't have to reload as much. And then Hellfire Barrage helps you generate that rage so much faster if you lose it than dual shot in the attack side. And I think per single like left click of Thunderspear, I do like 1 million, I think, which is, it's good. It's really good, but it's not like the craziest damage that I've seen. But I did notice that with this build, I did clear a lot faster doing solos than with the other build that I created. To try and do a big ass number with my left click. So this still was really good, and I do recommend this build over the other ones, but I will show you the other ones just to show y'all. I do kind of want to switch my hoodie for the scarf and try out the bigger Thunderspear damages, but for now we're just gonna do it with this. I'll probably do one at the end with the hoodie and let you guys know if it's worth switching, or sorry, with the scars, and I'll let you know if it's worth switching. But first let me show you, I guess, the perks one by one. So that's Kango, Thunderspear damage, Conserve chance, Black Flash, basically makes your crits do like the most damage they can do. Font of Inspiration buffs you, basically makes your rage and your flare a lot stronger. Immortal, so you don't die. And maximum firepower increases your spear counts. All your Thunderspear stats go up. This includes crit. Basically includes everything you see whenever you're upgrading your Thunderspears. And that's it. That's that for that. Here's the memories. And crit side. So that's the one. This is the one that I recommend. What I recommend you use is the crit side, just because it's more convenient. You're doing a very consistent amount of damage. It's not fluctuating too much. And I do clear dungeon or raids a lot faster than I do with the other bits I'm going to show you right now. How fast I cleared them is going to be at the end of those videos, all at the same time, so you'll see which ones were faster and which ones were slower. It's going to be for the one that I recommended, the crit side, which was the fastest. This one is going to be the second one in the middle, is pure damage with maximum firepower. The second one may have been a little, slower than the crit side. However, the numbers were a little bigger, just not as big as the third run, just because it has less crit damage. It's just basically pure damage with a little bit of crit, damage. So it kind of has a little bit of higher numbers, but it's not really that big of a difference. So I would say it's not worth it. Third video at the bottom, which was the slowest, the pure damage mixed with the extra crit damage. It may have been very slow, but I did hit some pretty high numbers with it because of that extra crit damage and high pure damage. I even got a 3 million a couple of times with the dual shots. So first things first, I wanted to say thank you. My good friend LeCuckoo let me borrow his Ackerman so I can, I guess, do this little video for y'all. So here's the other build that I tried. So instead of the crit chance side, I went with the pure attack side. So the only thing that you're gonna change, at least what I did, is I changed to my dual shot. You know, you have to change that because you don't have Hellfire Barrage anymore. And I used eviscerate instead of instead of maximum firepower. So you're gonna have less spears, but you're gonna be doing more damage. Everything else is the same. As you can see here, our damage is quite a bit higher. It was at 250 before, now it's at 283. Our crit damage is at 120, but our crit chance is at 33. So that's not too bad. So I also tried, instead of this, just keeping maximum firepower, and our crit was like at 80. Our crit damage was at like 70, I think, %, and then our crit chance was at like 40. And it wasn't really that great. I think the damage I did was decent. I think I would reach like 1.2 to like 4 per left click, but it was very like it was not great. So that's why I ended up switching it for Eviscerate. And if for anyone who doesn't know, Eviscerate is the perk that gives you basically crit damage. So just pure crit damage. Because I felt like the difference between 33 and like 40 was not that big. Like you're basically rolling a dice every time you shoot something, because it's like, is it gonna crit or is it not gonna crit, you know? So I felt like if you're gonna go with low crit, might as well go all the way, you know? And I feel like it did work out, because I did more damage with this build than I did with if I were to keep everything, you know, go to the attack side and do maximum firepower, have more thunder spears. I wouldn't have to reload as much, and basically it made the runs a little faster, but not as fast as, you know, the crit side. So I thought this would be better, and I wasn't disappointed with this one. The cool thing is, whenever I do a dual shot, I get like 3.8 million per hit, and then whenever I do M1s with this build, I think I do like almost like 1.7 to like 9 million per hit. So you're doing way more damage in a you're doing more burst damage with this build. You're getting higher numbers. However, the downside is you're going to have to keep reloading. So the raid is definitely going to be a lot slower if you're doing it solo, because you're spending more of your time reloading than actually doing damage. Your rage is going to go away because, you know, you're reloading. Your rage is going to go down because you're not hitting anything. So that's why I still recommend that first build I showed you. However, this is really strong if you just want to see big numbers. I did also try, since I had the crit build earlier, I tried Eviscerate instead of maximum firepower with that other build, and that was really bad. Because you don't have like a huge random crit compared to with this one. You have like the chance of getting a really big random crit, and in the other one it's less of a chance because the you don't have a big pure damage number compared to it to this. But yeah, okay. I hope you guys enjoy. Again, in the end, I do recommend you go with this one instead, the crit side. It does more damage, and it doesn't fluctuate as much. You on average you're hitting the same big number than you are with the other one, and you don't have to reload as much. So yeah, that's it. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I hope I catch you in the stream. Enjoy the rest of the video. All right, so here's the video that I promised. I did feel like it was a lot faster than with Hoodie. I did end up getting grabbed and bitten, so it wasn't a perfect run, but still like even if it wasn't perfect, I feel like it was definitely it had the potential to be a lot faster. Then again, you can't really go off of one run, but honestly, I think it is worth it to go for Scarf instead of Hoodie, but you just gotta get really lucky with those rolls, because if you're getting anything less than like 12%, it's not worth it, because you can get that on the Hoodie, and then with the Hoodie you get that extra 10%. So if you're not getting anything higher than 11, well, if you're only getting 11, I would not recommend using it. I got lucky and got like 14.9, 14.8. That's like 0.1 away from being perfect. So it's definitely worth the swap if you get the highest rolls. But if you don't, then it's not worth. So if you have the 10 million plus gold to waste on re-rolling, then go right ahead. It's definitely worth it.